Hi everyone, this is Danny from Danny with a Planny on YouTube and on Instagram. I am here with another haul with me, if you can't tell with all of the packages here. So I think this one, it will be like a May, June. I'm going to see how far I can get through and see how many stickers. There's still quite a hefty stack off to my right here of a bunch of stickers that I also need to get through. So we'll see what I can do with this, and then we'll add to that as we go through. If this is your first time here with me, I appreciate you stopping by. This is a planner YouTube kind of. I do stationery. Also, I'm starting to dabble into journaling and all that kind of stuff. I have also done some flip throughs of my planners. I'm hoping to eventually bring plan with me's to this channel, but mostly I do hauls. If you are coming back, I appreciate you coming back because that means that you listen to all my ramblings and my craziness, but I appreciate you guys. So we have, so far in this haul, what we're going to start with is the Pretty Pink Co. There's some White Deer stationery, Sadie stickers, and I do have her mystery, her May mystery that I'm going to put in at the end. But I think I'll start with Sadie stickers because I always feel like I leave all of the Sadie sticker stuff at the end, and I just don't feel like that's fair, just because I do the, I normally do the Sadie stickers right before I do the mystery, but I'll save the mystery for the end and do Sadie stickers earlier. This is Paper Trail Plans and PandaBird Design. I hope you all stick around to watch, and I will see you in a minute. Okay, first up we have Sadie stickers. This is my new freebie. I kind of explained it in the last video, but I did keep the frame, the phone frame. I love transportation, so I have the bike, and I like that tree. And I think I mentioned last time you could kind of foil it or put alcohol ink swatches behind it, and it could kind of go for any season, maybe besides winter. And then I've been loving those scripts and these brick little days of the week I love, and then she sprinkled in some sprinkles for me and it's in gold foil. Okay, so I think this is me like kind of stocking up on some basic stuff. So she, like so many of the shops, is releasing some foam frames. Some full box frames. And I love her line in the dots, so I wanted to pick that up. And from what I'm can tell in this setup, so she has 3 like L-shaped ones for each, so that would be a set of 6 altogether frames. And then she has the top one, so she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of like the top and bottom part of your frame, so like this part and this part, and then 8 of the longer side, so they'll go on the sides of the full box. So you can create 4 there, which that is a good nice like combination of the two, because you probably do have some full boxes where you will see the whole frame, and then others where you're trying to like break it up, or at least in my experience when I'm doing the full box tilt thing situation. It doesn't have to go for just tilted boxes. If you are doing the regular, like putting them like we traditionally do, then that's perfectly fine too as well. Like these could be used for that. And the nice thing about like this, her line and these is that she has them in dividers and in long washi, so you can really seamlessly put together a spread that's cohesive. I guess I got more than one because I just feel like this is a classic, so I got 2 of each, meaning that like it's a simple line. So if I am doing tilted boxes, sometimes I find that it starts to look, just like from my experience and my opinion, sometimes it can be really busy. So I just want a clean line to go around, so that if I'm doing a lot of other extra stuff around it, putting in extra deco or florals, then I just want a simple line. So this is really nice to just have those, and the convenience of it is like spot on, because what I normally am doing, and that's why I picked up these, because I'm like running out, is that I have been just lining them with these. I will say that this is a thicker line. Like this one is a thicker line than this, which isn't a bad thing, because I think this helps cover up the lines of the full box. So it'll help it just cover, I don't want to say cover it up, but like just cover up any little mistakes or something that you might have. So I feel like these are a classic in my collection. I'm picking them up constantly because I'm going through them constantly. It's just so simple and classic, and I really love it. These are also something that I just adore and love and go through pretty quickly, is the bricks. I'm loving all the bricks, especially if a or a kit has some kind of building in it that I feel like would incorporate bricks nicely, then this is it. The other thing I think about with the floral version, because there's lots of different ones now with the leaves or pumpkins. I guess there isn't really pumpkins, but like leaves or snowflakes, is that florals we kind of always do in our kits, right? So it kind of can go with any of those. This is also something that I picked up double of for each of them, because I'm not exactly sure if I want to use them. This is giving me a little bit of PandaBird Design vibes, in that I could do like a top part and like the side, but leave like one side open, because these are the length, not quite fully the length of a full box. So here's the bottom of the full box, and here is the top of the full box. So there's a gap there. These are also the sides as well. And then these would be the top, and these do go the full width of the column. So just if you're thinking that these will, they do not currently, but I'm kind of wondering now if I don't have a kit. Well, I do have a kit, but it's maybe I'll try to remember to bring it back when I do the mystery kit, so that I can kind of compare. Long time ago, I had mentioned that maybe full boxes aren't like needing to be full boxes, like the full width here. And I guess sorry, I'm slowly processing this. And I don't even know if you can see it, but the fainted lines that are here and here, I forgot, because I don't use it at all this way. This originally was for the divider, right? And the full box. So like this whole space was for the traditional divider and the full box. So this would represent the side of a full box. So it does go the full length, or full height, not length, full height of a full box. Sorry, I'm literally processing that super slow right now, because I forgot that this space right here that I mentioned was that gap is where the divider would go. So that's a long explanation for this does go now the full length of a full box. Gosh, I'm like, if Alicia's watching this, she's gonna like be cracking up at me, because she's like, Danny, get it together. Sorry. It's just that I don't use that like that anymore, really traditionally, where I put the divider up at the top and have the full box there. All right, so those are the quarter sheets, and now I'm gonna move into the washi, the bottom washi. And this is just those lines. I'm restocking on those lines. And that is it for this part of Sadie stickers. So she has new releases basically every Tuesday for the most part, and she's doing 2 new kits every Tuesday for the most part, and then is doing like a foiled release as well. Those foiled releases stay up seasonally, so she kind of does them by quarters, or I want to say either quarters or trimesters. I feel like it's quarterly, but she'll leave it up longer, like for two quarters is kind of how I'm thinking that she's doing it. So it gives you time to pick up if you missed something in a season or you're back planning. So that way it's like you're able to pick those things up, because that was something that was missing in the $2 Tuesdays. So when she releases new things, they are 10% off, but you can also stack my code Danny20 to save an additional 20% off. You can use my code for anything except for subscriptions, or if she's already having like a big sale, besides like the new release sale. And if you follow me on Instagram, I normally post about that kind of stuff. You can put my name in the notes for my freebie, or you can use any of the other lovely ladies. I haven't gotten all of them yet, so I will start. This is the first one that I got, so I'm hoping that I'll get a chance to get all of them. So collecting them all, because they're all really, really pretty. So just try to collect them all, because I don't know, I think it's fun to try to collect everybody's. Okay, so that is it for Sadie stickers. Okay, next up we have White Deer Stationery. She always has this classic packaging. I've just always loved it. She includes this freebie, which is usually on the packaging, and I find I sometimes pulled from these. Usually it's like either something that I feel like is pretty popular within the shop, or something that maybe you wouldn't normally pick up. So it makes it nice that, like, hey, I don't often, I don't know, go to baseball games, so I could just pull that in if I go once or something like that. So those are always nice to have. I normally, and I talk a lot about, or I usually talk about this in my hauls when I have her in it, is that I try to wait at least 2 releases. So if she released, like, let's just say she released something today, then I might wait till the next release to put my order in, and I try to save what I want from each release. So I'll either put it in my cart, but sometimes my cart disappears, so I'll like screenshot it, so that, because I don't have time to like write it down. So I'll screenshot my cart, so I know what I need to pick up. And that way I'm kind of saving on shipping, because she is from Canada. And then usually, because I am doing at least 2 orders, sometimes I do 3, I get like the $75 freebie. Yeah, I guess it is a freebie. So, which has even more icons. I always feel like this is a staple with them too, is that, yeah. Yay. Okay, so that is usually what I do in order to save a little bit of money. And her new releases, I think I want to say it's either 10 or 15% off. I'll try to remember and post it on the screen here. Okay, so as you can tell, it's quite a few of them. But this one is sound, and sometimes I feel like, I don't know, our neighbors can be a little noisy, not like directly to my left or right, but actually across the street. So like I thought that could mark it, or sometimes, I don't know, just loud noises, or if I'm jamming out to something. I just feel like this one could represent a lot of different kinds of things. So I picked it up to represent different things. This one is flashlight. So not only can this mark all kinds of things, it reminds me a lot of when I was little. We used to play flashlight tag when we were like teenagers or early teens, and there was a huge field across the street from my house, and we would go and play. It was so much fun. We would dress in all black. I'm sure like the neighbors and stuff thought we were like, I don't know, hooligans, but I think once people figured out what we were doing, they were all like on board with it. But anyways, this like kind of reminds me of that. Hopefully one day we'll be able to do that with our kids. And then other things is if there is a power outage, using a flashlight, or like for camping and stuff. So there was a couple different reasons why I thought this could be useful. And then, oh, this is that color. Okay, so this colorway, and I was not able to pick up all of it. I am so glad she did this. She had like a pink colorway that she would do a limited edition for, and now she has offered a like brown kind of colorway, which I think is nice because it's more of a neutral palette. So you're getting obviously more neutral colors. So I was very excited to see her release this. So this is just basically just stuff I already have, but it's now also in the neutral colors. So this is bed. This is YouTube. I don't know if she still has it, but usually when she does this kind of stuff, she'll re-release it, especially if she gets requests. So if you are wanting these, go ahead and request them, and then she might re-release them. This is Cars, which I always love the little bug. Here is sleeping, like so sleepwear, so it has all different kinds. She used to have these like on item or sheets of their own, but now she's like kind of done a sample sheet, which I think is nice. Laptops. I cannot tell you how many laptops I have, but I like having different ways to represent different things that I do. So sometimes I'll like be working on an IEP in a day, and so I have a laptop that I use for that, and then maybe I'll be designing when I get home for like stickers or something, so, or doing PR things, so I like to label those differently. But like also consistently. So if I have 2 IEP meetings in 1 week, and IEP is a special education teacher, and I will, and there's the IEP stands for Individual Education Plan. So they're big meetings that we have once a year for students to help them try to reach their goals in the areas that they might be struggling in. So I'll have a laptop that like represents those two, so that'll be consistent in the week. But if I do designing more than one day, and usually it is like if I'm designing, I kind of do it like throughout the week. So then I'll have a different icon representing, or a different computer icon representing that. So, but it's all consistent. Sorry, that was long-winded. Here's the shopping one, online shopping. So this one has like a shopping cart. I'll try to zoom in. Shopping cart and 2 bags. This one is like if you're on the regular computer. This one is the same. And then this one, this side here kind of represents grocery shopping. So it's kind of fun that she's kind of included all of them. Here is a suitcase, packing and unpacking, which this is pretty accurate. More so like when I'm leaving, like this is how it looks when I'm packed and ready to go. And then on the return trip home, unpacking, it's kind of a hot mess. It's like, what do you, I don't know. I don't have a really good system for our dirty laundry. And I'm just like, I should just empty out one of my packing cubes and just designate that as the dirty laundry one, but it's fine. Sick. We were so sick, like, I don't know, from January to basically June. So this is probably going to get used a lot. It's been awful. Here is a TV, retro TV. I love that she kind of does a retro vibe for a lot of these things. Instagram, I usually mark different kinds of milestones, or if I'm having a collab that comes out, or just different kinds of things to be able to mark this. Or if I have a live, sometimes I'll post that, use that too. So here's a different kind of laptop with the coffee. Okay, so I really love this one because I do feel like this is representative of a lot of coffee shops, because they normally have like that cozy that goes on the outside, and usually it's brown, or that cardboard. So I feel like this really represents that. Here is groceries, which again, usually it's like a brown bag. So not that it has to be that color. I mean, I like the colored ones too, but I just felt like it was kind of, I don't want to say natural, but more in the tone. Phone, oh my gosh, so many things to use this for. I think you all know them. Cleaning. Here is the planner, cloud planner. Another laptop. I think I'm gonna have to make a list of all of the ones that I got in brown, because there were a few that I could not get. So I need to make a list so that I remember which ones I still need to pick up, so when she hopefully releases them again. This one is meals. I feel like this can represent so many things. Like if you've gone out to eat, if you're meal prepping, having dinner, if there's a special kind of meat, or like she has a lot of food icons, so this one can represent anything that doesn't already have a food icon with it. Here is money bag. I usually like represent if I've spent a lot, or am I trying to save, or paydays or something. I don't normally mark paydays on mine, but anyways. And then balloons. I like half hesitated to get whether or not to get this, because I do feel like most birthday things are celebratory and not brown, but I'm like, you never know what kind of kit I might be using to represent somebody's birthday, so I picked it up. Shoes, running shoes. I usually use it. I don't like to run. Fun fact about Danny. I I hate running. And I played a lot of sports growing up, so people are like, but how did you play a lot of sports? These are great questions. And I don't dispute that, like, there's running in sports. However, it just seems more purposeful than just a random run. And I say random because it's my opinion. But I'm just not a runner. I don't mind doing it if it's like related to a sport because I feel like I'm doing it for a reason. But I really applaud all those that do run because I wish I was a runner. I really do. This is a sofa. Sometimes I use this to represent like family night. And what I'll do is I'll put a heart on this couch. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes I'll put a heart on the couch to like represent like we sat down as a family. And right now it's perfect because we have like a 3-sectional couch in our living room. And this is like an upgraded one from the last one that we had since we had Kylan, which was like a 2-sectional one. So we all squished on it until Holden was born, or like a few years before Holden was born. We bought one that had 3 and we all fit on perfectly. And now we're gonna have to, I don't know, get something else. But right now it's fine because Holden usually sits in my lap, which we like to snuggle. We're the snuggle ones, and Logan and Kylan, they like their own space, so they each get the other section of the couch, and it just kind of works out perfectly right now. So I don't know what we're gonna do when Holden gets older and does want his own space eventually. But anyway, so I put a heart on there because we're all sitting as a family watching something or doing something together. So anyways, this is stickers. So Happy Mail. Sometimes I represent this if I'm like designing a kit or something, which it's been a long time since I've done that. And then this is a telephone. And I, again, love that it's retro and it's the like turnstile one. So, all right, so that is what I got. And this was a bigger one, I think, because of the brown, like the neutral tone edition that she had. So I wanted to pick up a bunch of those. But again, she has new releases, I want to say like every other week, or at least once a month usually. So if you're in need of icons, she is the perfect person to go to. I adore her shop, her style. I wish I could draw like her. Like, she's amazing. So anyway, so this is White Deer Stationery, and you can follow her on Instagram to know when she has new releases. Next up, we have Paper Trail Plans. I do PR for this shop, and it is Danny15 to save 15% off. This is their beautiful envelope that they have. I just love the florals, and then this goes over to the other side. And then they normally have this really cute sticker that kind of goes in the shape of the envelope, which I think is kind of cool. So I bought this kit, which is Bonfire, and then I also picked up some other stuff. I can't remember if this is 2 orders or 1. But anyways, I think this may have been during their sale. They had no, this was not during their sale. They had a birthday sale, which I did get stuff from that, and that hasn't come in yet. That was like, not birthday sale, excuse me, anniversary sale. That hasn't come in yet, but there was a sale, I feel like, for this. I feel like there was a sale because I remember, or maybe this was like the last chance you could get the summer stuff. There was something going on where I was like, I need to get all the things and I can't forget. But I'll go over this after I go over this part of the haul. Here is my freebie. We actually have updated our freebies. So this is no longer available if you are going to try to get the freebies. So but I got Jerica's, which I love hers too. It's very pretty. I like hers a lot. Hers is in rose gold, but again, this is also one that you can't pick up now. Sorry. Okay, so we have some foiled stuff and some non-foiled stuff. We'll look at the foiled stuff first. This is the summer 2024 shop freebie. There's a lot of different holidays and stuff on here that are in like the typewriter font. So like Father's Day, Labor Day, Juneteenth, and then Hello Summer, and some other like quotesy kinds of, 4th of July. I was like, we're missing a big holiday, 4th of July. And then some other types of fonts or quotes, life's a beach, let the waves hit your feet and the sand be your seat. And I am so glad I got this in rose gold because that'll go nicely with this, and I wonder if that was intentional on their part. If it was, thank you very much. So that can go with that. Hey, okay. So let's see. I picked up Plan because I noticed I was running out of those. So I wanted to pick those up. I feel like that is a very big thing that I mark in my planner. So I go through those quite quickly. And then here, I never picked up the Providence kit. But I loved a lot of these quotes. So I was like, why not? Or like this sheet. It's like, why not go ahead and pick that? I don't need that kit in order to pick all these up. So I thought this would go with lots of different kits and themes. So I picked it up in all three. I also really like some of the journaling type pieces that are in here. There is the butterflies. And then this is really cute too. This little itty bitty piece there. Like, can you see that? It's so tiny. So lots of different quotes and just really nice pieces of like to put into spring. And I'm getting like, I'm hitting my spring now. So like for planning and stuff. So I thought this would be perfect to pick up. And I think these are still in the shop too. So if you're looking to like, if you're like, oh, I missed that, or, oh, I didn't pick up Providence either, but I sure do like those stickers. Okay, so let me break this up a little bit. Okay. All right, they had a summer release of their, the alcohol ink swatches and all kinds of the gingham and all that stuff. So their basic colorway is fabulous. And so I was like, and I am like shocked at how many kits their basics hit, like how many I can match it to. Their shop, Paper Trail Plans, and the Pretty Pinko are the two that I mostly draw off of. They are so neutral. To be honest, Sadie Stickers has a good one too. I have not bought from her just because I feel like I have enough between Paper Trail Plans and the Pretty Pinko that I haven't felt like I need to get more. But I would like to pick them up just to like test them and see like color matching and stuff. And in my opinion, it doesn't hurt to have them. And also I want to mention too that I have kind of stopped buying I think I say that and then did I buy it with this kit? Yeah, I did. And I think the reason why was because of the darker blue. Because not a lot of shops are offering like a darker blue. And so I wanted to pick that up for that. As soon as I say that, I knew I had that over there. But, so I've kind of stopped buying the alcohol ink swatches. I say that and I'm like processing through some of my orders recently and I'm like, I do think I picked them up. I'm starting to stop, okay? I'm like, it's a slow release because I feel like I am picking up a lot of alcohol ink swatches. But also I like to, okay, if I'm being honest, this is great, but it also doesn't fully probably cover a spread for me. So it's nice to have other options as well. So it's just kind of me being extra and what else is new. Okay. Back to this. Okay, so we have kind of three that are more, or two in particular that are pink, and then this one's more of like a peach in my opinion. I don't even know what the names are, but I'm just kind of going through. This is a yellowy orange and a green and a blue. So I will get more into it, but I just wanted to show you the basic colors. There's 6 colors in this summer colorway, and this is strawberry. It's definitely a little bit more red than pink, but not like a bright red. So it's a pinky red. Here is papaya. This is more of a pink, but warmer toned pink. Here is clementine. So like I said, it's like an orangey, peachy. It's definitely picking up more orange, I feel like, right now. than it was like a second ago, and I don't know if it's because it's like sitting next to, here's mango. Here is kiwi. Oh, that's cute. Sorry, the name. I just like the name, the kiwi, the name. And then here is blueberry, which again, it's fun. They're fun summer names. I like that. All right, I will do a little bit of a color comparison. So I feel like these are the two like cool colors, blue and green. So there's not really anything to compare those two against. And then let's look at these. Okay, so here's mango and here is clementine, so you can kind of see the difference. This one is definitely more of like a peachy, orangey kind of color, and mango leans more towards that yellow and orange color tone. So more like pink and orange, more orange yellow. What is it, like orange red? But it's not really red. But if you understand what I'm saying, because normally we say orange red, red orange, however you say that. Anyways. And then these two are more of the pink colors. So we have papaya on this side and strawberry on this side. Okay. I won't go as in depth on the next set because these are the smaller versions of the alcohol ink sampler. And they do have in the shop like things that lay over top of them that are like scripts, which are really nice to pick up, and they have it in both this size and then the next size that I'm going to show you. And the next size that I'm going to show you, I actually got on their washi paper, which they are now offering, so I'm super excited that they are offering the washi paper. I wanted to try that out, and I thought that the bigger swatches would be better to try out the washi paper in case I wanted to tear them, where the smaller version is not as like, I mean, you could tear some of the bigger ones, but like the smaller ones might be a little bit harder to get the effect that I was thinking of in my head. Also, I just want to point out they probably look a little different, and I can see on my screen that they do look different. And that's because there's like a white backing on this, and it's washi paper. And a lot of times when you are printing on washi paper or printing, on washi paper, it shows more vibrant, like it's a more saturated color, and on the transparent mat it is not as saturated. So when you lay it down, it'll look more translucent, and then this will be like, I call it like semi, some shops actually call it that, semi-transparent, and then this would be the transparent, and then premium matte would be your, or matte would be your not transparent at all. So and I feel like that's a good, like those are good names for it, like transparent, semi-transparent, and then not transparent. So, all right, so here is the bigger ones. Again, they have that overlay in the shop if you are interested in that, but these are on washi paper. This is strawberry. Here is papaya. Clementine. Mango. I feel like these are such more true to color than the ones that were on the transparent mat, like of the names, like kiwi, like that definitely looks like kiwi. And then blueberry. I feel like they look pretty much exactly like what she's talking about. And so again, blueberry, kiwi, like that looks more like a kiwi. Mango, clementine, like these are so much more true in my opinion to the colors. Papaya, and then strawberry. That is a pretty rainbow. We're just missing a purple. I love that. It's so pretty, so pretty, so pretty. Like a fruit array. And I want to say that the other thing too is like when you are doing the alcohol ink swatches, you do have to change the saturation a little bit, so that's why it might not look as like true to color. So hopefully you guys can get a good idea of like the difference between washi paper and what that saturation looks like, and then the transparent matte and what that saturation kind of looks like. Hopefully that's a good, especially for their shop. So that way you have, because each shop is different. Okay, so those are the swatches. I am very excited to try out the washi paper though. Okay, and then here is gingham, and this is a strawberry. I think I got them in all of the colors again. So there it is, blueberry, kiwi, mango, clementine, papaya. Those are very similar looking in the gingham, and then strawberry. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about, okay, so I feel like so many shops offer gingham, and I do pick up quite a bit of the different shops. So I feel like they look different. I don't know, I don't think I have, not in this room, I don't have my my other collection with gingham, or I do a comparison. So one thing that I noticed with Paper Trail Plans is that theirs is at an angle. So when you go to tear this washi paper, it's going to have a different kind of, like when you, so if I was tearing this corner, it's at an angle versus like feel like some other people's where it's like up and down and straight across, like vertical and horizontal lines. So when I tear it that way, they're just going to create different looks. So it depends on what you want. These lines also seem thicker than some of the other ones that I've gotten. I like that there is like when they overlap, it kind of has that faded look. Anyways, some of the other ones that I've seen too, their lines are not as straight. Like this line is not as straight. It's kind of more organic looking. So there's different kind of things, different vibes, I guess what I'm saying, for different kits. And I appreciate that. And so I like to pick up multiples for different shops. These also seem thicker than some of the other ones. I may have already said that. But anyway, so I just like having different ones for the different vibes that I'm feeling in a kit. My kits speak to me and they tell me which gingham they want with them. No, I'm just kidding. That's so anyways, that's kind of why I did, if you've seen me pick up gingham before, that is why I like to have different kinds. Okay, now getting into the kit. I think everything else is part of the kit. If you have been on Instagram, you know that I have an obsession right now with like nighttime kits. I can't stop buying them. I feel like my 2024 summer is going to be full of nighttime summer kits, and I am here for it. I'm not sad about it. I like it a lot. It's something that I've kind of wanted for a while. I thought about it last year when I saw some nighttime kits that I was like, oh, I wish somebody would do it. I'm not sure if shops kind of veer away, have like shied away a little bit because it's a lot. It takes up a lot of ink is my guess. So anyways, this kit is still in their shop. And you got color options, and I'm pretty sure you're still able to pick the different colors. Some people picked it up in hollow, which makes the fireworks like pop. Some people picked it up in silver, which I feel like gives you, like, it would pop up off the page, silver. And then gold and rose gold, I think, kind of give you more of a subtle difference. I was vibing with rose gold, obviously. And I'm like, I don't regret that choice at all. I really like it in rose gold. Okay, so let's start up here. I love that they included a sandcastle. That's so fun. And the flags are foiled up at the top. And there's a seashell. It's a very cute little, I wish I could build sandcastles like that. Love the scene. And I love the footprints. I really, really would love a long trail of footprints if a shop would come out with this. I was talking to Lisa from Journal-esque Plans on Instagram, and we would just happen to get into a conversation of like, we wish that there was footprints, and it would be really nice to have that, like, so that we can make our own trails of people walking. And I know that there is one in here, but it's not like as long as, like, I guess in my head, and I think Lisa was saying the same thing. Sorry to my late. But I love this scene so much. It's gorgeous and it's simple, and I just love the water washing up on the beach. Like that is something that I love in general in life. This scene is another fave of mine with the bonfire. It just seems so like that's where I want to be. The water is very soothing for me, so I just love beach scenes and like the waves. So that is awesome. The smoke is foiled, and then there are some foiled birds up in the sky. That sunset is beautiful. And then you have this girl reading a book on the beach chair by the water, and then a little crabby. That's why her feet are up, because she doesn't want to get her feet pinched. I'm just kidding. And then this heart, that's cute. I really like that. And here is like the washi strips. So you have fireworks that are foiled up there. This is s'mores, which would go with that bonfire, right? That's what the name of the kit is. The birds across that like strip of pink washi or watercolor. And then they have foiled the waves in that bottom one, which is really pretty. Down here, there's like a camper, like a Volkswagen camper. Fireworks. There's a little puppy. Okay, it's not a puppy, but I like to call them puppies. And they have done like a light foil, like a lighting foil over, not a light foil, but like a foiled lights over the awning for the camper. It looks like a beach or a bar scene. Okay, here we have a picnic. So this kind of, I feel like, vibes with these two kits, or these two full boxes. They vibe off of each other. So that looks like a beverage, which I am about, and some sunblock. Those are the foiled elements there, and the book on the beach. And then this scene, love the boat, and then the fireworks. Like, wouldn't that be fun to be on a boat and like watching the fireworks? They did a really good, like, I love all the scenes. I am always a huge, huge fan of scenes in my full boxes. And in this one, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I would count that as 6. So you're getting 6, which is my dream. I love to have, the more scenic full boxes I can get, the better. And interestingly enough, I feel like they veered away from florals in this. There's only florals in these two, which I find very kind of refreshing. I do like my florals in the full boxes, but it's just kind of nice to have like a very heavy scenic full box kit. I just love it. Okay, and then next up we have their boxes. Like, this is also a dream for me. I really love their format. I prefer just these kind of simple boxes. That is my preference. I can foil it up if I want. I can like dress it down if I want. Leave it as is. I can put a whited out box that has the foil outline on these. Like, these are just my preference. They don't have any pattern. I can color match. Like, there are 2 of these, so I know I can put one on one side of the page and then on the other page, and it just looks more cohesive in my opinion. There are 2 of almost every single like size. I love that, because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I try to match my colors and columns, so I'm not like, if I have a blue up here, then I'm gonna probably try to put a blue down here or like over here. But I also want to vary the sizes. So if I have like a midi box up here, then I might try to put the full length box or quarter box down here. So that way it's kind of contrasting and creating more of, again, in my opinion, it's just more cohesion. So the more of these kind of simplistic boxes that I have, the better I can do that with, if that makes sense. But they have this, and then I know that they have some others in their kit too. And they have floral boxes up at the top. I'm wondering though, did I pick up a full? I'm just kind of looking through. I may not have, which again is my preference as well. Sorry, I'm processing through. Okay. We'll venture through that together, but I think part of their other parts of their kit have different shapes. So if you're not, like, if you're wanting more variety, they are offering that too. Okay, this is interesting, I think, because I got to pick and choose which ones I wanted, I suppose. Ooh, I did get both of the sizes. Okay, cool. That's cool. Sorry, I'm like randomly going through this, and now I'm noticing I have more foil to go through. It's fine. It's all good. We're venturing through this together. Okay, so these are the alcohol ink swatches. I'm just very glad I got both of them, because that teal kind of, that greeny teal is not a color that is usually found, and then that dark blue. Like, I could probably find the pink that, pink kind of looks like the strawberry. Let's pull that out and see. Oh, that's the papaya. Yeah, they're kind of, not exactly. Maybe it would go better with the papaya. It's probably somewhere in between those two, but my guess is I would do the strawberry with that one. And it, like, while it probably doesn't look exactly right on camera, sometimes with the way your kits are, like if you look at the full boxes, there's different tone variations. So like there's darker pink there, so that could go with that. So it just kind of goes with the flow of the full box. So that's why I don't always try to match whatever is in here. I mean, I try to do close, but I also look at my full boxes too, because that kind of drives what we're doing, especially if I'm putting alcohol ink swatches behind my full boxes. I want them to kind of be more cohesive with the full boxes than I do with these, because I'm not always putting alcohol ink swatches behind my boxes. I'm putting them behind my full boxes, if that makes sense. I've been watching Jess of Lush Wish Plans, who is one of the owners of Paper Trail Plans, and she has been like decking her spreads out in alcohol ink swatches, and I'm kind of like jealous. I do like the look of it. It's a lot though to go through alcohol ink swatches, but I'm like, when you own a shop, you can do that. So anyways, that I'm glad I did pick up both, because I like both of their set of alcohol ink swatches, like the smaller sampler one and then the big alcohol ink swatches. Okay, moving on. Sorry, that was kind of, I don't want to say a tangent, but maybe a wee bit of a tangent. And my guess is I did not get the rest of the box or the kit. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I am all for that. I am all for shops letting you do a la carte for your order, because I don't use the whole kit anymore. Like I would prefer to pick up the deco or other things that they're offering instead of parts of the kit. And a lot of times I'm doing my own, well, again, my style's changing a little bit, but I'm doing a lot of my own date cover sections, or like putting my own. So like buying that piece is kind of not always what I need. So it makes me like be able to mix and match different things. All right, this is on transparent matte, and those alcohol ink swatches are on transparent matte in case you didn't know. So alcohol or transparent matte. There's another scene of bonfire by the water. I don't know where this is supposed to be. Like, I don't know if that's the beach in the background, but take me there, because I love the trees with the lighting, and that looks so cozy and comfy. And there's water there too. Like, take me there. I'd love to be there. Okay, and then we have two florals bunches. I love that they're giving us a bonfire, like a bigger one. So you can add that in. This girl on the beach, some different kinds of deco, which are always nice to pull in different areas. This, I think that's the same that was on the full box where that girl was sitting. So it's nice to have that, yep, that again, to help make it cohesive. Lots of different elements, and I think that's the same, yeah, bucket. It's just a reversed image. Sorry. This reversed image, and then yeah, these are the same there. Just really nice. Nice. Okay, put this over here. Sorry, I'm like getting things confused. Okay, here is floral. So I probably did not need two of the smaller ones. All right, so been preferring, like not preferring, but like definitely leaning a little bit more heavy towards some larger ones. But that is because of the tilted boxes situation. And I like having that and sidebar and sometimes the day cover sections. So I like having the larger florals. But then I use a lot of these with my boxes when I'm just to decorate on the side and stuff. And see, let me see if I can pull so I can give you guys an idea. I don't feel like that is a good example, but maybe that isn't a really good example either. Where might a good example be? This might be. This is probably a good one. Okay, so I have my larger florals kind of around the tilted boxes, and then I use smaller florals for the box sections or with the icons. So that way, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like it's hard to mix large foils with smaller florals, large florals with smaller florals. But I find that in my mind, if I'm putting the bigger florals with the full boxes or on around the edges and stuff, that doesn't that doesn't mess with my mind, and I can do little icon or little florals with the icons and stuff. That might just be a total me thing. But does anybody else like have a hard time using like large florals with like mixing and matching within their spread in certain sections? Maybe it's just because I like compartmentalize it. I'm like, it's okay to use the small ones with icons because that makes sense size wise. And then like the large deco goes with the full boxes because they're larger. Like full boxes are larger. Like that's how my mind can break it down. But again, that might just be a me thing. Again, here's some larger florals. This one, I don't know if I had too many large florals. But anyway, so that's kind of my thought process when I'm looking to buy is I buy at least one sheet of the big florals, and then I probably could have gotten away with just one, but I always like panic about florals. I totally could have gotten away with one, but maybe I'll do a journaling kit with some of this stuff too. So those are the florals. I love the colors. I am a huge fan of hydration. Okay, my camera cut off and I had no idea, so I think I like recorded for another like 5 minutes before I had to go back and watch where it like cut me off. So I was talking about how I love hydrangeas, and I think that this goes really well with the kit. Like it just screams kind of sunset to me, these colors. So that's really nice. And then they do a really great job of thinking through the florals, I feel like. Sometimes that prevents me from buying a kit is if I don't feel like the florals kind of flow in a way that I like, but like there's little edges that kind of poke off of the bunches. I have a harder time. I've just noticed with me planning for so many years that if it is a like solid bunch of florals and it doesn't have anything that flows off of it, I struggle to be creative with those kinds of florals. So this just these allow me like this little piece that floats off there. Like that's really fun to weave between things. Also the little pieces of like leaves and stuff that they have where you can create your own bunches, florals, and then let's just say I have an icon that ends up covering up some of that green and I really want some green in that section, then I will pop this so it kind of sticks out behind the icon, so then I'm creating some of my own like not colorway, but like I'm able to add in color to an area if I feel like it's lacking in that particular area. I felt like I said area a couple times there, sorry. So anyways, I feel like this might have been a mistake. I got this on transparent matte and I feel like I usually get this on premium. I may go back and pick it up in premium. I feel like I can see it going either way, so I'm not like totally bummed about the situation. I also know that I have like different colors that match this, so I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. And the problem is that I'm so far away from planning this that it's like I need to pick it up now because it's going to go away before I know it. So I'm going to do it. I need to pick it up. So I might just have extra bottom washi for this one. And this is the washi sampler. It's not the bottom washi from the kit. So, and I think I did because I preferred this over the other, and I felt like I could foil. I think they had a similar, if I'm not mistaken, they had in their bottom washi that went with the kit. It was foiled fireworks, if I'm not mistaken, which I felt like I could achieve on my own. So that's why I was trying to save money and buy this, and now I'm like, I have to go back anyways. I just like the bottom washi sampler because I get this, like I said before, I don't necessarily use a date cover section, and then I feel like there was torn washi. I think in their kit they have torn washi as the other option down at the bottom. So there's the washi paper, the date covers here, and then they had some torn washi. As of right now, they actually have updated their kit, and the last one they offered full length washi, which I am so excited to have the extended washi option. That is the second shop that I've seen add it to their kit. So Dasha Sun was the other one. They were the first that offered it. So I'm excited to have another shop that is trying it out, and hopefully it was successful and they'll add it to their new design and layout. Anyway, so, but that's why I picked up this version and not the one from the kit. Okay, I apparently, let me finish with this. I was like, and I got quite a bit of foiled deco from them. I love their foiled deco too, so I'm not mad about it. Okay, I got this on washi paper, doilies. I don't know, I don't know how I feel about the doily stuff yet. Versus like the alcohol ink swatches. I do like it that it's an alternative to it. I think I just need to play with it, and that's why I've like hesitated to buy too much. I also picked up Bloom Paper Studio and Cassie collab. They have a bunch of doilies in their colorway, and so I picked up theirs in hopes to like try to play with it some more. I do feel like there's a lot of possibilities, but it also kind of is a different vibe than the alcohol ink swatches. So, yeah, so I'm interested to play with it. I did pick it up, obviously, and I did get it in their washi paper. Okay, next up, here are their brushes, like brush strokes. This one is on washi paper as well. With that saturation, I feel like this was a good choice to pick it up on this one. I want to see, I haven't done this yet, a little tester of putting it down so you can see the lines, even though it's on that semi-transparent mat, but it's way less than what you would see if you got it on the transparent mat. The lovely thing about washi paper is that you can literally pull it up, stick it down, pull it up, stick it down, and it's like I don't know, you cannot do that with transparent mat. So obviously eventually it will lose its stick, so probably don't do what I just did. I think it's still fine. I didn't overdo it, but yeah. And I think that's one of the fun things about washi paper. Okay. This is lovely. I love polka dots. Cassie and I have been talking about polka dots if you've seen our stories on Instagram. I love polka dots. So it would have been fun to pull in polka dots this kit too, probably. There's that girl, it was on, I think, the full page deco that I got. Oh, that was another, okay, so that makes sense. I am making sense. Sometimes I do think through my orders. I probably overthink, if I'm being honest. Okay, so I decided to get this one, I think, in transparent matte because I got these in premium matte. So that way I would have different options, but also they're similar things. So I like that this is a bigger, but it's also mirror image. So she's offering it in both, so you can choose your own adventure there. And sometimes I feel like depending upon my flow, like for me, if this is my right side of my planner, like the right page, so this would, the left page would be over here, the right page is over here. If I wanted to put this down in the bottom, like one of these, to me, this one fits better in the right hand bottom corner because it's kind of opening itself up into the spread versus this one where I feel like it's kind of closing it off and like facing away from the spread. Like I want these people sitting and looking at my spread. Just kidding. But I don't know, just in my mind, that is something I really think about, is how it opens up into the spread. I don't know if that's like, what do they call that? Feng shui of planning. But I do think very, much like, is it opening it up itself into a spread? Like, how is it moving across my page? Like bikes and stuff, I think about that too. Like, if I have a bike, I normally will not have it face, if it's like towards this end, I will not have it facing going that way. I will have it facing going this way. So it's going into like through my spread, or vice versa. If I have something on this side, then normally I'm having that bike go like this way across my page, or truck or whatever. So I think very much about like how it's moving through my spread or functionally sitting in my spread. So to me, it's nice to have both because then I can make that decision on whether or not I'm putting it on the right side or the left side. So I am happy to have both. There's not a whole lot of overlapping deco, which is, again, something I appreciate. There is a few things, but not something that is super overlapping. So I did get this one on washi paper. So this is kind of the comparison of all three. So this is transparent matte, this is washi paper, this is premium matte. It looks pretty good color-wise as far as what I can see on camera. Might look differently once I start to edit it, but color-wise I feel like they did a really good job trying to get, this is obviously a little bit less saturated, middle of the road saturated, and then like super saturated, but I don't feel like that's too far off, and I think those girls are probably the best. I don't want to, let me do it on this side. So you can kind of see she's less saturated there. It's not exactly the same, or you know what? I think they just cut off the sky in this one, but she's definitely lighter there. And then here, these two girls are pretty similar. Sorry, I'm just like recognizing that is the, I don't want to put this background behind there because then that changes what that saturation looks like. But yeah, so I feel like that's pretty good coloring on their end. Okay, so we've already talked about that one. We were talking about this. I like the beach ball. I love the waves. Love the waves. Okay. I love this sheet because I love the nighttime scene. There's a bunch of scenes. The beach, which is the flipped of the full box one. So it's the opposite, which is nice in my opinion to have that. This is on transparent matte, but if you would have gotten this on premium matte, you could probably change out any of these for the full box. And I like doing that sometimes instead of using the full box because it's already got an organic edge. And these are like brush strokes, so it kind of makes it fun if you're doing the tilted boxes to have that organic edge with like a full box that is like the corners squared off. Like that is kind of just giving different dimension to me, and playing on just different things to play on. Sorry, that's just my opinions on the situation. But yes, I love this. I'm so happy that I picked it up. I'm actually even thinking maybe I should have gone and got it on premium matte. I don't know. I like having it on both. And that scene I could use in a different kit. So, again, happy to have that more than once. This is on transparent matte. There's that scene. It's flipped from the other scene that we had. This one. So they're flipped. Nice to have those different options. I don't recall seeing that one anywhere, but I like that one. And this is where I was like, having footprints to go over top of that would be so fun. And then this is this scene in the full box, but it's flipped and kind of like washed out, which I like. That's fun. Okay, and then this is on washi paper and all the different sayings, like summer checklist. Lots of fun vibes here, beach vibes, little florals. I don't normally pick this up in like in a color, on the color version. I normally pick the foiled version up, so I just thought it'd be fun to have it in this version. Again, I'm not sure if I was thinking too if I wanted to do a journaling spread with these. So anyway, so here, while I'm talking about it, here it is in the version, the foiled version. So they back when they started doing these, I asked them if they could do a foiled version of it, and so they have started offering both, which usually it has the same kind of word pieces playing on there, and then they'll put different scenes that semi-match usually, or like at least go with the kit. So I'm so happy they are offering both. I think it's fun to layer both, to pull both in. So it's just so nice that they provide you with all those options. But here I got them in all the colors. But I did get my kit in rose gold. You can choose, and I'm pretty sure you can still choose your foil color. I love the beach scene. They came out with some really fun deco last year for the beach. I'm thinking of it because I'm actually literally using some of it now, and I'm like, I really wish they would really come back out with that because I could use more of it. And then here is the deco that they got, and again, I may go back and pick up some more of these just because I really love their deco. At first, when they came out with these decos, I was like, oh my god, that's so large, but because I'm now doing the tilted boxes, it is nice to have some larger deco to pull in. I like the different sizing variations that we're getting in foiled deco. So it's not to say that like I don't like the smaller pieces. It's just nice to have the options, and there's not a whole lot of shops offering some bigger ones. Pretty Pink Co. does offer some bigger ones, but I feel like this shop and the Pretty Pink Co. Are the ones that I'm seeing pulling from. Dash of Sun has some bigger ones as well. If there's some that you find, like if you have shops that you are shopping from that have some larger deco, let me know down below, because I'm always looking for some good larger deco. But these are just so fun with the float, the beach ball, sandals. These two scenes are just to die for. I love the sketch. Like, I am such a fan of the sketch. It's nice to have that umbrella. You can definitely put that on top of the beach. Like the beach scene here, that would be so cool to put that on there. Yeah, I'm kind of like, would it be, the depth perception of that is not right. Sorry, like it's at an angle, and so like putting that flat on, but I don't know if that one would work to like overlap. I like overlapping my foiled with my colors, just kind of, because this allows, like, there's some spacing in between, so you can see the foil or the color behind it, and I like that effect. So it's almost like you're foiling your own scenes, which is something that I really like to do. Okay, so I think, wow, I think that was super, super long. I don't even know how long, but when I got cut off, I was looking, and I think I was at like 25 minutes for the first part, and I bet that was like, I don't even know. I don't even know. It was long. I know. I realize this. It was long, but I think it was needed because this is a beautiful collection. I am excited to have all these stickers. I love their shop. They are just always providing me with things that I'm looking for within the community, that I sometimes don't know that I'm looking for within the community. They are just so creative and forward thinking with a lot of what they do. So if you have not checked them out, please go do so. Paper Trail Plans. The owners are Susie and Jess. They're a mother-daughter team. You should follow them on Instagram. Their individual like pages and spreads are phenomenal, and you should definitely follow them. I do get inspiration from them all the time. So anyways, Danny 15 to save 15% off any of these items, because I don't think there's no sale or anything right now, so you can use my code, and there's not like, these aren't new releases. So if you are interested in any of this, again, you can save by using Danny 15 and put my name in the notes for my freebie. We just came out with new ones, and I don't have it with me, so I can't show it to you, but everybody got new freebies and they're all really, really pretty. So definitely check those out. And okay. Next up, we have PandaBird Design. I'm not gonna lie to you, when I opened up this package, I think it's actually another package, because there's another one sitting off the side, and I'm pretty sure it was that one. I opened that one up and I saw my freebie, which I had designed a while ago with her, and like told her all the things I wanted on it. And this is actually beyond what I was envisioning for my freebie. So she did a phenomenal job. I can't believe all the things that she was able to fit on here, because this is way more than I thought. So just like some of my favorite things from her shop. I love these dangling elements with the little foiled, just so fun. The garland she had sneaked to us a while back. These corners, I love them, as you know, and then the swooshes, and she was able to put in some other of those swooshes. I know they're called the wraps, but I don't think she has these in the shop at all, so I'm hoping that she does bring them. And then I like these dividers. They're some of my favorites. And then she was able to sprinkle a bunch of like star stuff all throughout. Like, this is some of my favorite things from her shop. And it's all on one freebie for you guys. It's in gold. I don't know. We didn't talk foil color, so I don't know if she's offering it in different foil colors. So I'll have to talk to her. I haven't even had a chance to be like, oh my gosh, Jess, I love my freebie. So I like literally was so happy to see it and very shocked. So hope you guys like it too. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm just like staring at it, loving it. I want so many of them. Okay. I do, obviously, as I didn't even mention, I PR for her shop. It's Danny 15 to save 15% off. She is such a creative like soul that I love her shop, and I'm so happy to be PRing for her. Some of this stuff is from the collabs that she has done with Rachel from Gathered Plans. So they are like the gathered layers, and they usually have like a GL in the corner for the Gathered Layers collection. So I'm going to start with the smaller set, and I'll try to mention if it's a Gathered Layers piece. So I've been using these more frequently. I think it took me a little bit to figure out how to use them, but now I find that it's fun to kind of pull them in for different things. I'm hoping that this is in here. I don't think it is, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's the other half of this. I'm like literally posting about it now. I'm working on the other side, so that's why it's not in here. But if I remember, I'll try to pop up a picture. But I had swings that I kind of wove the wraps in between. I call them swooshes a lot of times too, like in my stories. I'm like rebranding them, but they're wraps. So I'm trying to work really hard on remembering that they're called wraps. So I like the floral ones for spring. Those are nice, like I said, to pull in. I kind of use them as like vines in the swing, but they're also fun to kind of play with in between different pieces. Okay, and then here are some Gathered Layers. These, with everything going on with tilted boxes and stuff, I thought these might be nice to put on corners of full boxes. And I'm doing a lot more in journaling and creating my own boxes, and I did that with some of her dotted corners that she kind of, I think, intended to do on full boxes. So I created my own boxes, and thought these would be nice for that too. So I feel like these are more squared off, and then these have a shorter, one side that's shorter and one side that is longer, where these have equal sides. So it kind of creates more of a square, and then these create more of a rectangle. So I've got those in the 3 foil colors. Her shipping is through Sadie stickers, so it has like the same color as Sadie stickers as far as foil goes. These I explained, and I don't know if I have. I don't think I do. Normally I do pick those up, so that's because they're like they're my favorite. This design is like one of my favorite now that I've been using, and I don't have it, the longer washi version. But with me doing extended boxes, I was so happy to see, and that's why I picked up these and probably not the others, because I have enough of the others now, the long washi. I'm using these to kind of create the extension for myself. So that's why I wanted to pick up another version of these, but these also go as like dividers. And then these are fun to kind of just play throughout, like behind flowers or different, I don't know, just different kinds of things to play with, or behind scallop boxes. That's what I was thinking of. Those are also gathered layers, if I didn't say, sorry. These are dotted lines, which again, I feel like if you have any of her other dotted line stuff, this goes really well. So she has them in wraps, she has dividers, washi wraps, and then also she has the corners too here. And I think I picked up more corners because I liked when I created my own boxes. So if you're pulling these in, it creates this like nice cohesion. These are cut out in the middle so they can go on boxes to create like an outline. You can put a shadow behind them. You can put florals in between them, like to weave in and out. So just lots of fun possibilities with these. I don't think I realized when she released these that they were cut out in the middle. So now that I do know that, I am like, oh, I'm picking them up. And she has different versions of this too. So like there's one that matched the, I think there's one that kind of match this style. Sorry, I keep hitting my light. This style on there as well. So I don't know if I've picked that one up yet. All right, let's just go ahead. These are her corners. I've talked a little bit about these before, but just like the other gathered layers corners, there is a short side and a long side. So it is kind of, what is that, Russian dolled, in that like this is smaller, medium size, larger, so that you're getting the different sizes. But I don't know if you'd be able to tell if you put them on a spread, if you were like, oh yeah, that's like a smaller set than the others. But it just kind of helps with the cohesion of creating. These are more square, and then she gives you different like lengths, so you can kind of create your own within the spread. Here are the brush strokes, which these I think would go well with that one that I hauled earlier with Sadie stickers. And then these are in my freebie, but I love these. Haven't used them yet, but I am super excited to start using them. And then these kind of give me more fall vibes because they have the plaid, but these are also gathered layers, but it has that plaid, and with, I don't know, so much fall stuff coming out now, I'm like, all right, start thinking about that and pulling that stuff in, even though I'm still into spring in my planner. I'm back planning, but what am I in, 2023 I think right now, so I'm back planning. These are another one of my favorites of hers. Like, I absolutely adore the different like looks you can get with this, and it's just simple and elegant. Oh, that one's from the next one. So you could put like a floral washi, and then like colored floral washi, then put that over top, and then it's like it has this border already created for you, and then the dangles, it's just super lovely. I really, really love this one as well. I kind of want her to come out with dividers of that. I think that would be nice. And then here is something new that I have not picked up yet. But I thought, again, this would be fun with like putting florals behind it, or even putting it on like a solid strip of washi, or like a washi color, like the one that I had from Paper Trail Plans. So I don't know, just lots of different things to use these for, I feel like. And then here is a bunch of gathered layers stuff. Let me just go ahead and pull all that together. Sorry, there was something mixed in between that was not gathered layers. All right, so she has, if you like are like, I can't pick up all the gathered layers things, they have provided you guys with samplers, and these are the favorites. So these are the gathered layers favorites. This is from, like, that kind of is from my freebie. I would love it if they just came out, or she just came out with just this, and I think I've mentioned that before, because I really love how it like outlines the spaces that you are putting things down. So let's just say, like, I didn't put this, like if I cut it out, if you didn't have this, you could put your own design there, not necessarily the taco or the scallop thing, but like this would frame whatever you have done there. So I like really love the, like how they've just framed that space for you already, but then it also has like that dangle that droops down, and I constantly am thinking about that when I am doing my own date cover sections, is like, how am I creating space for the date cover, or the date section, or the name, the day of the week, but then also, so I'm like kind of creating that swoop up or some space for that, but that's already done for you in a very beautiful way, and it would be nice, I feel like, to have that dangle there. There's already, like, that's the whole reason for this collection, is them creating the layering effect for you, so you don't have to do it. There is that one I just showed you, I forget the name of it exactly, what is it called? Floral washi trims, so that's on there as well. Lots of beautiful elements in here, and I got them in all the foil colors. These are some more simple boxes, but it's still nice to have that, and you can layer it behind some of the other like midi boxes or squares. This one is the plaid pattern. This now makes me think of, oh, it is on here. Sorry, I didn't notice that before, but like to create the extended washi is what I was talking about. I'll search back through here. Trying to pull out the right foil color too. Okay, so like I can create that bottom. Like I would trim like some of that off and then put this here on top of, so that it kind of creates that, the rest of that line. I will say, obviously there's not a dot underneath of it, but I could trim that off or add a dot underneath of those, so to create that, or I could use these two to help with that. There's a couple different options there. Sorry, got ahead of myself, I saw it over there. But these are the plaid, so again, kind of thinking more towards fall coming. And there's all kinds of fun layering pieces with the plaid. Here are pumpkins. These make me think of Cassie. Cassie loves these. So the different plaids there, which are nice to put behind icons or just like a little pop of color or foil color. Here are those corners that I think I got already, like I said, the plaid. So lots of fun elements for fall. Again, the pumpkins are so cute. And then here is the last sampler that I got. This is the spring summer one. So lots of, I'm just going to use this color, gold, just because, I don't know, it's just easier to show one. Mentioned that I already love these. there they are there. The dividers on one sheet. The corner ones. These, I want them to come back out with these. I would love that. I like to have a sheet full of those. So many fun elements on these. I'm really glad they came out with sampler sheets because one, they aren't offering currently all of these in the shop at the moment. So if you're looking to try them out, haven't had a chance to, this is like how you can do that. Okay, and then last but not least from this shop are these. I picked these up. I mentioned this before, but I am just so excited that she came out with these. They're going to be so fun to play with. Just like putting these behind, putting date covers over top to create that, putting florals behind, and even probably dropping them down a little bit so that they're peeking out from that. Putting alcohol ink swatches behind them, just so many different fun things to play with these. Because there's like those little white spaces in between that are just going to make it really fun to add. Like you'll see the colors through them. So, all right, that is my PandaBird Design order. Again, Danny15 to save 15% off. This is not going to look pretty. I really don't know how people do this. Like when they bring it back in and it just looks so nice and organized. Anyways, kudos to you if you can do that. I am not one of them. But yeah, Danny15 to save 15% off. And now you can get my freebie. So please, I don't know, I'm just very excited about my freebie. It was just such a nice surprise when I saw it in there. So, all right, that's it from her shop. This is the Pretty Pinko IPR for her shop, and it is Danny15 to save 15% off. We just changed up freebies like pretty recently, so I don't have my new one, but this is the envelope. She has this cute little bike scene, and then she always hand letters your name, or somebody in her shop does, and then that cute little washi tape in the back. Here are all the freebies that I got from this order. It was definitely like a sale weekend, I think, and you got like if you spent 22, oh, so this is like the 200 plus freebie. This is 2 orders. I'm gonna go through the foiled stuff and then the kit last, but I wanted to show all the freebies because I'm not probably gonna show all of, like, this freebies are similar for both. So this is my freebie, old one, so I'm not going to go over it too much because we have new ones that are like fall, spring, or fall, summer, depending upon like whose shop or whose stickers you're looking at. This is Jenny. Mine is more fall. This is Jenny's old freebie. Here is a thank you. I think this is the all orders one, which will be the same for this as well. So it's like different sun and like weather, that's the word I was looking for. And then this was a 50 freebie, which is fun for the water. And then this is another all orders freebie, which is fun to have different scenes that you can pull in. And here is the $200 one, which is so beautiful. Her like top dollar freebies have been really amazing. The bike, oh, I like those. Really pretty. Okay. Like I said, we'll go over this. Here's that freebie. Again, see, I told you there was another duplicate freebie. And I think that was it for those over there. Yeah. Okay. This one was definitely like beach themed stuff. So I'll start with the quarter and $2 sheets, $2 size sheets first. All right, her shells are so beautiful, delicate, detailed, like that is so pretty. Like I just can't even. I'm kind of sad I didn't get more, but I think I got the different sizes. And I mentioned earlier in this haul that I do like that she's offering larger deco. So you have that option when you're shopping. These, again, this trace or like outlined foil is my preference, and she just does a fabulous job of foiling. The turtle is adorable. The jellyfish. I don't even know if I have an under the water like themed kit, but I might need to pick one up. Okay, so like I said, I thought that I had some different size shells. So here is a comparison of sizing. So these are the mini, and they're not even like that mini. Like if you look at my nail, they're good size, but like here is a comparison. Oh, that's upside down. JK. I like having the different size comparison. I talk about that often just to give you depth within your spread. Here are seagulls. I think I have seagulls or birds. I think I called them seagulls, but they're birds. I was just thinking of the beach. I like them from all the different shops because some of them are clustered, some of them are not. They're individual. Some look like different birds. You can also they kind of could be bats if you're thinking Halloween. Anyways, okay, these are so fun. Cass wanted these last year, and I thought it was a really cool idea. I was curious though, because in my mind, I was like worried that it would end up looking like a fence, like those metal fences. So I'm glad shops were able to like accommodate this, because like they were able to, like that looks like torn netting. So that's like they did a really good job finding a way to incorporate it so that it doesn't look like a fence. It's basically what I'm trying to say. So, and I love that Cassie suggested this. This is such a fun layering piece. It kind of reminds me a little bit of grid paper, but it's like not, and it's better, and it's like flowy and torn and gonna be fun to layer with because it has that separate, like the spacing behind it. So you can layer something beneath it. So it's such a great suggestion from Cassie, and I'm glad that shops have come out with it. Moving on to the quarter size sheets. Okay, so I know I have these in like glossy paper, but I really need to go through my collection and kind of de-stash, because I just prefer not to pull it in, and I hate that. I really hate that about myself, but I just am finding I will not use it, and it makes me sad because I spent the money on it. But it's also like, if I'm not using it, I need to like move along and send it to somebody that might use it or hopefully will use it. So it's just, I just need to do that. Anyways, so these are somewhat replacements of those stickers, because I do know that I already have these, but I like the variation. Again, I talked about this, I think in my last haul, is that if you are getting these mix sheets, and I have a little bit of mixed emotion about these mix sheets of dividers, like it's nice that you're getting a taller divider, but in comparison to like when we got them on the $2 Tuesday sheet, I feel like you got more on a $2 Tuesday sheet of each design. So there's pros and cons to that, right? Like I don't know how often I'm going to use all of them up on one sheet, but let's just, so you're getting 2, 4, 6, 8 of those, which I feel like you probably got like 10 to 12-ish on a divider, or on a $2 Tuesday sheet. So I don't know, like you get 8, which is the number of like headers you have, or columns you have. So at least that's something. So yeah, again, I have mixed emotions. I haven't really had a chance to use these sheets yet a whole lot because of where I am in planning, but it's just a thought process, like something that's been on my mind. I'm like, are we getting less and like it's okay, and which is fine, or are we getting less and it's like we are missing, like we're like, oh, I ran out and I don't have enough or something. But I feel like you're getting at least one set per per spread. Like you're getting one of those sets per spread. That was really long-winded, and I'm sorry. Like versus this one where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you're only getting 7 on that page. But that makes sense because they're higher. Like they have the height of those. Anyways, just things that I think about when like I feel like the community is transitioning, I don't want to say away from the $2 Tuesdays, but like the $2 Tuesday size in some ways, like for dividers and stuff. And there's pros and cons. I haven't really dived into a lot of it yet because I'm not decorating with those quite yet. I am just such a fan of foiled zines, like such a fan. Like these are beautiful. I love that you're getting mirrored images so that you can have it go either way. Just really, I'm just absolutely loving these. All right, here is another divider. These are shell dividers. 2, 4, 6, 8. Sorry, I'm headed back to that one because I'm like, 2. Oh, is it literally every other? No, there is. Okay, that one is different than that one. Sorry, I'm literally processing through this as I am filming. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think you're getting more of that design than you are of the other two. So you could mix and match within these two. Like these are 2 different kinds right here. So 2, 4, 6. You're only getting 6 of those. Because I was like, oh, it ended on that top one, so that means you're not getting this one again. I don't even know if that's making sense to you all. Like I don't know. Just slow processing. But I love the daintiness of all of these. It's so gorgeous. Here is the waves. If you can hear that, that's my son. He's waking up from his nap and he's letting me know he's awake. He's banging on the wall. He's a handful. Okay, so waves. I'm gonna have to get him in a second. I want to just finish the stack. So waves. And then a tropical floral deco. These are so cute. Butterflies. I realized recently that I don't have enough butterflies, so I think I mentioned this and I needed to pick some up, so that's why there is butterflies in this one. He's such a mess. Okay, and then these are different sized. I'm not gonna be able to finish this. These are different sizes, so it starts small up at the top and then kind of gets bigger as we go through, but actually we end with some small ones. So middle seems like there's some, I don't know, hold on, sorry. Small, medium, large, medium, small, medium, large, medium, small. So it's a range. Which I, again, like having the different sizes. Okay, I picked up doubles of these. Again, I talked about it with Sadie stickers. I love a simple line. This was something that I asked her to do because nobody else was doing it at this time. The only thing was Paper Trail Plans had the L-shaped frames, which is genius because you're putting them together and you can do them the way you want, but I just felt like I was wasting some of the L's and the convenience of them because I would cover up part of a full box. So these kind of allow for that to happen, like where I'm not feeling as guilty. So the problem is that we have all the divider size ones, right? But we didn't have the length of a full box. So she came and made that happen. So now you have the length of them and the divider side, which is like the top and bottom of the boxes. So sides and tops and bottoms. And she has them in dotted. She has them in all kinds of things now. But I asked if she would also come out with the solid lines, so she did, so I wanted to pick them up, and so happy that she did, because that is my go-to, I feel like, for a lot of those. Okay. I'm gonna stop here, and I'll go into the rest of it later. You, as in, like, I feel like TV land, but it's not TV land, and YouTube land won't even know that I've been gone, but I will be back in just a moment. Okay, back. There's no time for you all, but okay, so here is the shell washi, which goes with the dividers. And you're getting 1, 2, 3 full sets of those. And I got them in all. And again, I'm sorry I went off on like a little bit of a tangent. It's like just something that I'm processing through as we're transitioning in the planner community, I feel like. I don't know if anybody else has thought of that or anybody else thinking the same things. Please comment below if you have thought these things, or is it just me and I'm over analytical, which is very true. This one is a tropical washi, which again goes with those dividers that I went on a tangent with. I think you're getting 1 of each of those. So like 2 of each of those, which make 1 full spread. I'm gonna double check with this one. Yeah, okay, so that's interesting. So this one, you're getting 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then of the line one, you're getting just 1 set. I mean, I absolutely appreciate that she's filling the space. So, and then you can cut that one up or do different things with that one. It's just something to be aware of when you're purchasing, that you are paying attention. If you're like, I love this one, how many am I getting of that one? I also can find that sometimes I'm hesitating to buy one if there's like too many that I don't care for. If there's like one that I really love, but then like the other 2, I'm like, I could do without, then I tend to not buy it just because I'm like, I don't want to just waste my money on something that I'm not like loving, if that makes sense. But I do like all of these, and I like all of these as well. So I got them all. And then these are the solid lines. I just wanted I find with different shops, they have different widths, like the line, what is the word I'm looking for? How heavy the line is different for different shops. So I wanted just to have this so it's consistent for, with the frames that I got. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so here, I'll get to this in a second. But here is the really large shells. Again, I don't know why, but I did end up getting 2 of these. And I don't know if it's because I'm noticing that I have a lot of rose gold summer kits. But I did pick up the bigger ones, and I'll do another size comparison. So here is the regular size ones, and let me see if I can find the minis. And here's the minis. I will try to do it so that it's all in the same color as well. So minis, medium, and large. It's very fun to have all the different sizes, in my opinion. So, very happy. And these are just going to be so cool to have like washi behind them, just swatches of color, because they are mostly see-through, like transparent, the white space in the middle. So that makes it more fun, in my opinion, to layer. Versus like something that would be like a solid, like if that was a solid star, I don't know. It depends on what look you're going for, I suppose. So if that's like the vibe you're going for, usually I'm trying to like layer them on top of other things, and like, you know how I like to layer on layers on layers. Okay, so these are new-ish to our shop. If you noticed, I got all the same one. And the reasoning behind that is because I was kind of, I don't know, in my head, partially what I struggle with some of these sidebar situations is like that's a heavy look on, like that can be a heavy look on your page if you're having this all the way behind. I guess also something you could think about is that sometimes you have a full box there. I don't know. I haven't fully decided if I like these sidebar one sheets. Partially what I would love to play with is actually having one for each column or every other column. And I think that that's semi what and I know I just said that that was heavy. It's, what I mean by heavy is that it's really drawing your eye more towards that side versus like the middle, where if you're having things throughout the spread, then it kind of creates a base for the rest of what you're doing. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. So if you're this time, I don't even know if okay, I'm zoomed out far enough. Sorry, this one's a little bit like not laying flat, but okay. So if you have that on the side, like a sidebar situation, like your eyes are just drawn to that. Obviously it's also that that's the only thing on the paper right now, where like if you kind of had things throughout the spread, then it kind of, your eyes just kind of go through the spread versus just looking at those sides. I know, like, it's, again, that is just a me thing that I think about. I have seen a few people in the community do it and it doesn't super stand out to me, so it might be fine. And I think it's because they are also doing full boxes, so the full box kind of separates it out, so it's almost just like you're using a wash of color for this section here. The only other person that was doing it, I shouldn't say that. There's been a couple people who have done it, but somebody else that was doing it where I don't think they were using the full boxes completely, or they were doing tilted boxes within, was Tay. And she had the B6, so it was a smaller size page anyways. Again, this is just thoughts I have. I overanalyze every little thing. So, and I also felt like this one looked the most like water or like underwater scene for like a pool. The other thing I've wished for or want is something that maybe would be at the bottom or it could go at the top. So that again is an extended situation. So then I could pull this in to like help cover that. So that's why I got it in the same. So if I wanted to do an outline of it around the edge, sorry, that's off camera. If I wanted to do an outline around, then I might be able to if I cut them in half. So those are things I'm thinking about using this for, which I don't know if that was like, I mean, partially it is the intended purpose is to use it for a sidebar, but just different thoughts I've been having about these sidebar things. The other thing in my mind too is that sometimes like turning it on the side, like she had this really cool idea of putting like a foiled scene over top of it. They were all horizontal, and I haven't played too much with horizontal layouts or sidebars, I guess is what I should say. And I really love when people do them. It's just sometimes in my mind I can't get my head around doing a horizontal, which is hilarious because I'm like, yeah, tilted boxes, it's fine, like it's not really much different. I had people saying like I just can't get my brain around it. I'm like, you're just tilting it a little bit. Where this is like the same exact idea, right? Like you're just turning it. And me, the outside of the box thinker that I am, have a hard time doing sometimes the horizontal sidebar. Again, I'm sure I'd probably be fine once I got like a hang of it, and it would be fine. Because I was a little bit like that with the tilted boxes. Anyways, so she has just recently for fall come out with vertical sets that you would put over top, which is really cool. So anyways, just randomness of Danny. All right, here's the last full boxes, or not full boxes, foiled items. And can I just tell you how much I absolutely adore this. I want foiled scenes for like everything. I want, like, this is the beach landscapes. I want them for fall. I want like barns, pumpkin patches, falling leaves in parks. I want snow scenes. Like, bring me all the foiled scenes. They are so beautiful. Just stunning. Like, in the sketch detail, I'm just all for this. Very beautiful. So much so that I'm like, I don't even, like, I just feel like it's beautiful. Like, just lay that on the spread and it's fine. What would be really neat is if we could figure out a way to have some scenic boxes in the background, or scenic swatches in the background that purposely like kind of match or are a little bit more purposeful with these, so like the water line would hit around the same spot that the water line hits there, or like a water line that, or beach line that hits like that curve. So that would be like my next level of wants, is kind of ones that go along. So for instance, paper trail plans I mentioned, they had the like quote box that was colored, the quote sheet that was covered, and it had some scenes on it, and then they created a foil version, but there was kind of a scene in that one that kind of mirrored the scene in the colored one. So kind of thinking along those lines. Anyways, I think we're close. Maybe we'll get there. I don't know. That might just be a real big wish for me. Okay, so these, trying to remember what I just might have gotten a bunch of these. I am finding more and more that I like the neutrals more than I figured I would, because they go with so many things. So anyways, I will go one by one, but I just saw the neutrals at the end there and was like, yes, more neutrals. This is Pretty Pink, which I think is a very Pretty Pinko color. Intentional or not, I think that is a very Pretty Pinko color. Next up we have Powder Blue. Again, very true to, I feel like, that color. Peachy Rose, a semi-neutral-ish pink color. Fairy Tale. I'm gonna do a little bit of a color comparison. I guess I shouldn't like tuck these away so much where I can't get at them. Sorry, a little side thing happening. That is Bouquet, and I think that might be a restock for me, because I definitely remember using this one and being like, I need it back, because it's one that I feel like I used frequently. Rosette. Some of this might have just been a restock. Dew, because I'm not sure what colorway this would have gone with. Normally she releases colors that kind of match her Tuesday Special theme. Jardine. I think that's a flower. Fleur. I always have a hard time saying that. Fleur. And then Wildflower. I will try to do a little bit of a color comparison. Blue is by itself, that powder blue. There's nothing to compare that with. Here it is, all by itself. Okay, Fairy Tale is a little purpley, especially when I have it like looking at it next to the blue. So that one's, I guess what I could compare it to is like that. Sorry, partially feel like I need a new camera. This keeps cutting out on me, especially when it gets warm and it's summer here and we don't have air conditioning in the Pacific Northwest. So it gets hot and I overheated. It was pretty okay in like the cooler months, but we're reaching hotter temperatures and it's struggling. Anyways, I think I was saying here's a comparison of blues. So not that it's like a great comparison, but there you go. This is a purpley kind of pink in my opinion. That's Fairy Tale. This is the pretty pink where I felt like it was pretty true to a pretty pinko color pink. Peachy Rose. I'm going to put this one down here because I feel like that is more of a warm tone pink. This is a little bit more cooler tone. This one was the Bouquet, again, a little bit more warm tone, and those two are probably a really good color comparison. Those are almost identical. This one seems a little bit darker than this one in like real life. This one seems warmer. It's Rosette. This one's Rosette. This is Dew, which is pretty neutral, so I'll put that off to the side for right now. And Floral is a pinky neutral. Jardin is a little bit of a peachy tone. And then Wildflower. So I feel like those three kind of match each other. So let me see if I can kind of pull all these in. Oop. Alright, and then here's that neutral all by itself, and this blue all by itself. I don't know if that, like this color comparison that I do helps at all. I am not an expert on color comparisons. I just feel like it helps me when I see people compare the three colors, or the colors. So Floral, this one, Jardin, and Wildflower. Rosette is a top one. Bouquet is the next one, and then Peachy Rose, last one, and then that pretty pink one, and then Fairy Tale. Okay, and that will actually do it for like the like Tuesday special stuff that I got. And then I will go into the kit that I got, which I am beyond excited about. So there's that stuff. I feel like I am like ending it, but I'm not. I'm literally getting ready to go into the next section. Okay. I get so excited with these kits. So I do get a lot for kits, and I want to just preface that after the first year of my son's birth, so it goes till May of 2023, which is what I'm currently planning. I'm in the springtime, so I'm almost there. I will start doing just select weeks because one, I think my style of planning has, like my memory planning is so in detail and takes me so much time to get through that I cannot plan every single week of a year. So I'm just going to pick highlights of a year. So usually that's between like for a season. There's usually 12 weeks in a season. And for me, I will plan probably at most 8 of those. And most that's just because I want to use fun kits. And I feel like it's really hard to narrow down. But by doing that, it also frees up some of the money that I would have spent for 12 kits. And I'm able to, I feel like, feel better about getting, I feel like I'm not being as wasteful getting more. And by wasteful, I just mean like I'm spending probably the same amount, but I'm getting more for a kit because there's all these add-ons. So it's helping me plan, like not feel like I'm so, I don't want to say behind because we're memory planning, but like to help me keep more on top of planning. I feel like I'm not being as wasteful, but I can get more, if that makes sense. And then 3, it's just, I also like back planning because I get to look at all of the collections in a season and be like, okay, these are truly the ones that I want to represent the 8 weeks of that season for myself. I'm also interested, I really want to do stories about this on Instagram about how people, I feel like planning has kind of evolved so much that we sorry, one of my lights went up, that we are like memory planning, and it's so intricate, and I want to know if other people are able to feel like they can keep up with the intricacies of planning and doing all of the things. If you want to leave a comment below, like talking about what you're doing, I'm just very interested to see like what other people's thought process is through all of this, because it's hard to keep up with doing it the way that I love doing it. I love all the detail that I put into each week, but I'm also like, the weeks I don't have a lot going on, I'm just kind of putting stuff down to put stuff down, like to use up stickers. And so I just feel like it's kind of a great way to mix the two of like planning weeks that are important, doing the style that I like and the details that I like, but also trying to use up kits that I really, truly, genuinely want. It just makes my slots smaller. So that's the unfortunate part. So I really have to pick and choose the 8 kits that I want for that season to represent that season. So it's so hard to pick them. But speaking of which, that was again a tangent, sorry. This kit is going to represent the week of my husband and my son's birthday. They are 2 days apart. They are August 3rd and August 5th. So I like to kind of pick a birthday kit for their week, since it's both of them in 1 week usually. And my son's birthday will most likely always, my youngest son's birthday will most likely fall on Mother's Day week. So that'll always be kind of interesting to try to figure out a Mother's Day which I do feel like a lot of times Mother's Day have like a cake or something, like themed one. So I'll try to figure those out. It's still kind of new to me, his. Anyways, okay, this kit came out and I was like, this is a must-have for their birthday. It's in the summer. It's birthday themed. It's just gorgeous. It's another nighttime kit. I told you my love of nighttime kits is alive and well this summer. Okay, this is a paper crown planner collab. I'm still trying to pick. I have selected a few summer kits already, but there's a few slots that I still need to figure out, and it's going to be so hard to narrow down between like the beautiful things from Sadie stickers, the paper crown planner things that I've seen, a dash of sun. I've already gotten 2 kits from her, which I'm like, they're lovely. So it's been so hard to narrow down all of these. I have a PandaBird Design one, I think, in my head that I want. And then there's some like other kits from like Saucy Stickers Co. and some other like places that I don't always 100% shop from, but like they're killing it too. It's just so hard to narrow down, guys. Anyways, this one was a must. Loved it. Loved it. Okay, so let's get into it. She does a great job of the foiling of the flowers. I love the like fuzzy floral, where it's just lightly foiled. That is my favorite kind of floral foiling. That's really hard to say. It's a tongue twister. The lights, so it's not really lights, but it's like a dotted one, so it could be like dotted lights up there. But this scene in the backyard, would love to have something like that set up in my yard. This cocktail looks delicious. I wonder if that's like pomegranates. Anyways, very beautiful. The cakes, all the cakes and desserts. Love the drizzle off of the cake. That's fabulous. Life is a celebration. Enjoy it well, which is fun for both my son and my husband. This beautiful girl holding a champagne bottle and that dress. Stunning. And the lights, really love that. Then the hanging lights here and the butterflies, these drop lights. And Sadie Stickers had some, and I bet you they're in glossy. I was like, I want them back. I actually think they had flower or some kind of floral thing coming out of them, but they were hanging ones. I would love for her to come back with those. And then another floral, and all of them, like these, I love that these have the wash of color, so it'll make it really cohesive throughout your spread. But then the scenes, it's just gonna be so pretty to put together. I'm very excited. The colors in this one are a dream. This like peachy, orangey color, the pink, and then the two like blue, gray down there. The color palette in this one is phenomenal. She does a really good job of picking out the colors. Here's the full boxes, some swatch of colors. If it's not a like solid line, the simple scalloped edge box is my next favorite. Like that is definitely my second favorite if I had to choose. And I don't mind, like, even though I prefer a solid line, I don't mind a wash of color one either. This is scalloped and it's dotted, like dotted foiling, I mean. And then the florals with the light foiling, and then this is the dotted line, and it matches the one in the full box, that kind of dotted scallop there, so it matches, making it cohesive, which I'm all about. That is beautiful. I wonder if there's a foiled thing of that. That would be nice to have that. Okay. This is another favorite of mine, the simple like double line that's thin, that's kind of very elegant in my opinion. There are torn washi here and here, and then these are those scallops. This is a simple lace design, some more swatches. You get some deco, which is nice. It's added in there for you, and then icons. This is not a foil page, which I'm okay with. And then bottom washi with that awesome fuzzy foiling. That dotted foil line is continued in the bottom washi. Here are your dates, your habit trackers, and then an extra box, which again, if you have quotes or something, you can always add and create your own. If you're doing tilted boxes, it would be fun to like kind of layer another box over top of that. You could put florals inside there. You can create your own scene. Just lots of possibilities with that one. And then here is the scalloped lace divider, which I think matches the scallops in this. Not exactly, but they go well enough together. And then on to some of the add-ons. Here is the florals. I did get 2 of them because this is like, I don't know how I feel about this. So I feel like some shops just offer this sheet by themselves, so you can pick that up by itself. So that leaves only like this half for florals, which is kind of like a quarter box. And usually I get 2, if there's a quarter box size instead of like a full sheet size of florals, I'll get 2 quarter box size florals. But then I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I do like using 2 different washies, but I don't know. I just don't know how I feel about it. Sometimes I'm like, it's fine. Like I can use this for like putting behind the full box, like lining the full box on the side. There's different ways to apply this. If I'm doing the extended washi, I can use this to create that extension. So I feel like it's okay in the end is what I'm trying to say. It's just sometimes I second guess myself when I see that there's 2 sets of these and then this is only like quarter size, if that makes sense. Here is the deco sheet. So it's like a 2-page, like I feel like a lot of shops do this as like a journaling set, and there's a deco version and like more of a journaling sheet, usually within one listing. So this is the decorative one. I love the lights, the like hanging lanterns. I wish there was more of those, and I wish it was a little bit longer so that it was dangling a little bit more, so you could have like a scene off to the side. I was like, is it in the, no, it may be in one of the other deco sheets, so I might be getting enough. This girl is fabulous in her dress. The different little scenes that you're getting throughout are really nice and will make it fun to add to like tilted boxes. Her in a there's another set of girls, like a sheet of girls, but like she would be really nice in a sidebar. There's that drink again. I wonder, I would like, and there's another one. Like, it'd be nice to taste that drink. Journaling, the journaling sheets, I have been like kind of back and forth about whether or not I want to pick them up. But I think what sold me on this one was this design here, and I liked having another scene. And then like the cute invitations were the other thing. This one's not heavily on the journaling pieces, so I felt again like it was okay and for my taste and my style of planning, because I just don't see myself usually pulling these kinds of elements in, so that's just my preference. Okay, larger deco I mentioned earlier, I'm definitely always pulling that in, so wanted to pick up that sheet. And the florals on this have that like PC where there's some dangling bits going off. Here's a deco sheet, and some of it is different than the deco from that. The deco in this one is different from the deco in the other one. There's like a plate, some butterflies. Thankfully, there is some more of these. There's a bar cart, and it's different sizing too, which is nice because you can be able to play off of that, and then different beverages. That lantern, that was also in the kit as deco option. So I always like when they offer different deco. Here's washi strips. This is a different kind of washi strip than we have normally seen, so I like that. Wish it was an extended, but I think shops are kind of getting there with that. Okay, so this one I really hesitated to pick up because literally I feel like I'm getting 3 sets of those now, but I wanted it for this because, all honesty, this is my, like, the sizing is a little bit more of my preference for what I like to use, usually at the date cover section or at the bottom. So it's a little bit more my preference, so that is why I picked that up. Maybe I can figure out something really fun to do with those, so nice. The other thing that I like usually about these is that they kind of go longer on either end, because of the way that the floral or like the flowers kind of poke out on either side and the way it's cut, where you can see this one's cut shorter. So I mean, that is actually a lot shorter, but it would be probably okay on like if you did the 3 days of the week, and did something different for your sidebar. Here's that girl page that I was talking about, like the people or dolls or whatever. I feel like I've never super gotten into the trend, but I am like, I do like it when there's options for it within a kit. I've not picked them up individually. I just like to have it cohesive with the kit that I'm picking up, I guess. It's just my preference. So I think that's that same girl, just cut off, and then here's another option for a sidebar kind of girl, depending upon what vibe you're doing. But that's also the similar girl that I think you got in the full box, so you just make sure you're laying that out. And then these 3 are different ones that I did not see throughout the kit. Here is the floral edges, which I think she did a great job, because you're getting actually corner ones, and you're getting 4 different like actual edge ones. So I like this kind of setup because I'm not always finding that I need 4 corners, but like a corner edge combo is nice. And the spacing of the, like, she did a good job with the layout is what I'm trying to say. So I like this sheet. And then the last piece of deco that I picked up was this one with the cakes and the beautiful path with the lights, and then that backyard scene again, which I love. And this is on transparent matte paper. This kit is so stunning. I was like, literally my jaw dropped when I saw it, like not even kidding. So beautiful. I love the colors. Like the colors are super stunning. Very excited to use this kit. I'm just so sad that it's kind of far away from when I can actually use it, but again, I PR for the shop. New freebies are out, so collect all the new ones. Danny15 to save 15% off, and you can use my code for this kit because it's still in the shop. And I think that, and I got all these other lovely foiled things off to the side, but I won't try to lay those out because that'll be a hot mess. Okay, if you are still hanging around, this is the mystery for May for Sadie stickers. If you haven't seen the sneak or video of this yet, and you want to like peace out, that's cool. Thanks for watching. I understand. If you're still like hanging around, thank you. And I'm gonna show you. Okay, I love this theme so much. One, I love hydrangeas. These are this floral. It's one of the only like blue flowers I feel that there is kind of out there. I mean, there's a couple, but so hydrangeas is one of my favorites. I in the house that we're renting right now, there are hydrangeas out in the front and I love it. And they're blue hydrangeas, and there is a pink one too, but like there's 3 bushes, hydrangea bushes, and one is like this bright blue that is gorgeous, and then one's like a lighter blue, and then there's a pink one. So it's really fun. And that's one of the cool things about hydrangeas is like you can have the same one, and depending upon the pH of the soil, I'm like not really great at plants, but like I do know this about hydrangeas. The pH of the soil, you can change the color of the hydrangea, which I think is super fascinating. But anyways, I have gone on a complete tangent of hydrangeas, but I love this theme of the coastal, and I think she called it coastal grannies. It's kind of got that Nantucket or what's that Long Island? You all are probably thinking that I'm silly. I can't think of it. Hamptons kind of vibe. That's a word. Or the location that I'm thinking of. So I just absolutely love this. Okay. I'm going to do I think last time I did the kit first, so I'll do the deco first this time. I'm trying to like go back and forth, so it's not always the like kit first. We'll start with the vellum so that we can change out the background, but this vellum, stunning. The big hydrangeas. I forget what because that's another obviously blue floral, very pretty. And then with some of those yellows, blue and yellow were part of my wedding, so I like that. I mean, not that yellow is in this kit, but there is, I feel like, a bright yellow in this vellum. Okay, this is just more for reference. I know, I mean, some people do pull the deco in for kits, so. All right, page 1 is the florals. Usually these are individual. I did get mine on washi paper. There are 3 options. There is matte, washi, and transparent matte. I did switch from matte to premium matte to washi. This is edges. So you get like 2 longer versions and then 2 like shorter versions. Here is the bouquets. So these are more like, I feel like I call them more wildflower, like the bouquet. This is more of like the traditional one that I think of, well, my preferred traditional one. Because then there's also, like I was talking about earlier, the like more circular bouquet, which is usually not my preference. I haven't really decided whether I like the wildflower-esque ones. Here's corners, and I like that she tries to put some bouquets in between the corner. Here is the borders. So this is the border here, and then there is like pieces in the middle. So you get 2 borders and then like pieces in the middle. If you are a fan of blue, this is the kit for you. Well, I guess it's already passed, but maybe somebody was selling it or doesn't want it and they'll destash. These are the date dots. So you get like florally backgrounds, a blue, white and then dots, which is great for marking like checklists or putting behind an icon. Here is days. So the two outer ones usually have like a floral design with them. There's like a plain one, and then these two usually have like a wash of color. This side is blue and this side is like a tan color. Here is paper strips. These are box swatches. So you get like the oyster ones. It's almost like a flat lay. Here is the boardwalk out to the lighthouse. This one is more of a floral design. Here is the boat. I feel like that is the map of something, but maybe I'm wrong. Like an island. I don't know. I don't know. I lie. I don't know what that is. But there are stamps, and then like there's something in the background. Here is another floral swatch. Here's some deco. There's that again. I wish I knew what that was. I'm just guessing it's like an island maybe, or no, I'm not sure. And so here's a frame, some more like oysters. This is a lamp, or yeah, a lamp hanging, which I think is fun, and that she was able to fit it in. Kind of looks like a bowl there. Here are the long swatches. And then here are the smaller, medium, mini swatches. Okay, so that is the deco set. And we will get into the kit next. Okay, when switching out, I realized there's a thing right there, which is this. And it says Cape Cod in the fine print. So this is Cape Cod. And I feel like Alicia's probably watching this, if she's watching this, and like laughing like, okay, I should have done it the other way. I should have done the kit first, so then I would know that's Cape Cod. I knew it was a map of something. Okay, this is the May 2024 mystery full box, or full kit, sorry, and these are the full boxes. Again, I'm just loving the theme. I would love to live like in a coastal neighborhood or live on the coast. There is a little town close to us. It's not exactly like Cape Cod, Hampton vibes, but it's definitely like on the water and gives me some vibes of it. And I love the little town, and they have like always fun, quaint things happening in that town. And it's literally like 10 minutes away, and so it's so fun to like hop in the car and go participate in the fun, quaint town little things. But nothing quite as like the East Coast, like you get on the East Coast, I feel like, with these vibes. Okay, so I like the oyster, the shell, sorry, the foiled shell. I was like, does anybody like oysters? I like oysters. My husband did get some food poisoning from oysters, so now he's not so keen on it, which bums me out because I like oysters and we were getting them together, and now we're not. And I feel guilty like ordering them because they're kind of expensive. And I didn't feel as guilty when he was also with me ordering them. Anyways, if you like oysters, please comment below. There's that fun fuzzy foiling that she does. And if you've not heard of that reference of fuzzy foiling, because I realize I've mentioned it a couple times in this haul, I feel like it was coined by Rachel of Gathered Plans, who I mentioned earlier from Gathered, with the Gathered Layers. I think she kind of coined the fuzzy foil. this box with boats. My husband's family did sailing. Usually they did multi-hulls instead of like singular hulls, monohulls. But the sailing I love, and I got to spend some time on the boat with them before they had to sell it. But we would love to get a boat, not like this big boat, but like a little fun sailing, because we do live by the water, so it'd be fun to have that. So I love that box. Some more hydrangeas, and then faint ones in the background. So this pattern back here is really interesting to me, and I knew I saw it in some of the deco kit, and I vaguely feel like it's reminiscent of like the oysters, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's totally something different, but I kind of like that pattern in the background. It's very cool. But there's that lamp that was in the other one. It says make your own waves, which I am doing constantly. I'm feisty sometimes. I don't know where my toddler gets it from. But this is a fun, like, I don't know, I kind of like this box a lot, with just the kind of a torn paper washi there, and then the foiling over top with some of the florals, and then just the lamp and some shells. They're kind of cool. This one is that frame that we saw in the deco sheet with foiled shell over top. There's the rope knots, which I'm curious if that's in the foiled sheet that we get. And there's a cute little bow. Here is another floral. So there's 1, 2, 3 solid floral boxes, which I mean, I mentioned this earlier. I am a fan of the floral boxes, and I think that they are really great to help make cohesive spreads. And with tilted boxes, I find that they're really nice to layer underneath. So if they were all scenic boxes, it would be really hard to layer and or omit some. So I feel like they are necessary in my tilted box lifestyle that I'm living. This one, I kind of already mentioned, we now know is Cape Cod in that shape. I'm so glad she added that so that I literally was looking up Hamptons and was like, that is not the shape of the Hamptons. So it makes more sense that it's Cape Cod. Here is a non-foiled rope, so that ties that in. And then this scene is really lovely, and we saw that scene in the deco sheet, but this one has some nice foiling elements to it. There are brush strokes at the bottom. This is such a like calming colorway for me. Very like neutrals and just calm. I think blue is a calming color. Here is her box page. There's the circle lace boxes and then the ovals. Here are squares and rectangles midi boxes, and you get 2 sets. One is a lace, and then one is like, I don't want to say like less lace. I mean, it is less lace, but what I'm trying to say is you get 2 that are just the outlined boxes, and then washi ones. And then here at the bottom is like your full width of the column boxes. Oh, that's an interesting pattern. I wonder, yep, it is in the bottom washi. So there's, I don't know what that pattern is, but it's kind of cool. It almost reminds me of well, it kind of is a herringbone pattern, which I love herringbone. One day I will have a house that has some kind of herringbone something in it. Floor, tile, something. And then here are her floral boxes or dividers. And it's nice that she is they're all very unique. And then these are, again, I feel like I mention every time, they're thinner. Maybe I don't mention every time, but I think about it every time. They're thinner than the traditional size ones. Here is some lace options, swatches, circle, square, and midi size, some journaling pieces over here, and then your torn paper washi. This is your bottom washi. There is fuzzy foiling happening, or that light trace foil happening in the floral section, and then that herringbone. It's not a double herring. Well, okay, so in comparison, let's take a look. So these are like right up against each other, and these are more separated out. So I was just looking. This seems less herringbone. This seems more herringbone if I'm comparing the two, which I am. These are 2 dividers, 1 per color, and they're teeny tiny dividers. This lace, which is the same color, but it's a thicker lace scalloped washi. Here are the dates, and then some deco. All right, moving on to like her journaling style part of the kit. So this sheet has that lamp. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was just processing through like how, because the other deco sheet has the lamp. I'm just processing through like how you could use that. Obviously, you can use it in the date cover set. I just say obviously. I say obviously because I envision like lamps at the top, and so they're hanging down, but sometimes I like to think of outside the box, you know. So I don't know, like creating some other kind of scene where it's hanging down further within the spread might be fun, and I'm not sure how to accomplish that quite yet, but that is kind of where my mind is leaning, because I just feel like the natural place to put it would be at the top in the date cover section, or maybe in the sidebar. I say this as a sidebar because I'm just envisioning it flip-flopped, but I guess if you have like this kind of sheet and the sidebar, like that, I feel like that's almost a natural place to put it. And then maybe put like a date cover or a month section over top. But I like to kind of think outside the box. So maybe a tilted box and hanging off of the tilted box. I know now the sheet's upside down, but anyway, so that's, I like to think outside the box, guys. There is oysters again. Really wanting some oysters now, guys. I like that tag there. Or those, what are those called? They used to make necklaces out of those. Are those conch? No, because that, like that's not a conch shell. What were those necklaces called? I don't know. Somebody comment below what those necklaces are called. I cannot remember. I feel like they were very popular in the 90s. They were like a choke collar or choke necklace kind of thing. I just love the colors in this. So like, I really do feel like calm. Here is a more journaling style sheet, bigger torn washi, lots of journaling deco, more torn washi, some brush strokes, arches, the torn version of a scalloped. I always think of, that's literally what my mind thinks of, is that it's a torn version of a scalloped sticker, like the scalloped half circles. And then some stamps and a few pieces of deco thrown throughout. And then these like little swatches of color and the dates. Lovely florals. So you get the long florals, and then this whole sheet, the rest of the sheet is filled with, and she does a great job of filling the whole sheet with florals. Individual pieces, bunches. There's more of the like wildflower kind. And then here is her swatches, which I don't know if you're noticing. There is a faint pattern there, and I'm going to put my hand behind it so that you can kind of get that color, because it is very faint. But that is what we were seeing in the full box page that I was talking about, that pattern, which looks less like the oyster like pattern that I was talking about. I am not sure what that is. And then there's a like a seashell one. I feel like I'm blocking the color, sorry. And then the rest are in the colorway, so it's like the different shades of blue and then the different shades of like tan. What are your all's thoughts about colored? And like Cassie has said that she's very excited. I've already stated like my thoughts on this. I just am kind of questioning where to put it. But I'm also like, I haven't used it yet, so I can't sit there and say like I don't like it. But if you've used these swatches, or ink, I'll call ink, like the pattern ones, I am so curious to see what other people, I don't feel like I've seen anybody use them yet in the community. I'm acting like this is done. It's not done, because guess what? There's one more piece left. There is this beautiful foiled sheet that you get too. So there's that herringbone pattern here in the dividers, and then more of like the one liner for the washi, and you get 2 sets. So like there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Sorry, I just noticed. I need full sheets of this. I need full sheets of those. Where is that in my life? 4 is not enough. I need more. Okay, so just putting that out into the universe. Anybody. I almost feel like this is upside down. Is that the way it's supposed to go? I take it that's the way it's supposed to go. That makes sense, because anyways, there is some waves, the netting, the birds. I was gonna say seagulls, but I guess they could be birds. Some rope design, which ties in nicely with the rope designs we have in here. And they're all the different kinds, so that's cool. But I need more of these in my life. Alicia, make it happen. I act like she watches, I don't know if she watches my videos. Anyways, so that is the May mystery. I love the feels of this. I think we mentioned it, she called it Coastal Granny Vibes in our group chat, and I'm here for the granny vibes. Like I'll be an old granny if I get these kinds of vibes. All right, I talk about this every time. The mysteries are some of my favorites that she comes out with. And it is literally such a steal, like, to get this. It's 30, I know it's 30 something. It just always escapes me the exact amount. It's like on the lower end of 30 something. And literally the kit itself is usually like $22, I think, or something around those lines. And then adding in the deco and journaling sheet, it's like another $4. This $4, that $4, and then this is 3 something, I think. So that is well over the amount of money that you pay. So it just kind of makes sense if you're enjoying these. Unfortunately, you cannot add my code to this, but you can use my code on anything else in the shop, Danny20. Alicia just does such a stellar job with her mystery kits, and if you're not already a part of it, consider joining, because I do think that it's a steal of a deal. And if not, if you don't like it that week, you can, or that month, you can always destash, and I'm sure somebody will be happy to pick it up, because I constantly feel like I have people saying like, hey, where'd you get that kit? And I'm like, it's a mystery. So you need to be signed up. But anyways, all right, that'll do it for the end of my haul. I hope you all enjoyed. This is probably going to be a little bit on the lengthier end, just based off of how long it took me to film it. But there was some like pauses in between, so sometimes that's hard to gauge. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I am on summer break, so I'm hoping to do some other alternative besides hauls, but I'm wanting to get through my haul stuff first so I can use those stickers and kind of just be like have my board cleared of hauls, like my happy mail off to my right, and that way going into my school year I am able to do like once a month hauls, hopefully keep up with that. And I'd really love to do another flip through, and then I also want to do a haul based off of just my journaling stuff that I've been kind of collecting lately. So look for that kind of haul if you're interested. And then I'm really wanting to do a plan with me over the summer. So cross your fingers that I'm able to get that out. And I haven't decided yet if I want to do like a talk, like where I'm talking through it, or if I want to do a voiceover. I might start off talking through it and see how that goes. But I'm going to tell you guys, it takes me a long time to do those. And like, I feel like people think that maybe I like have all these ideas when I come to like sit down, which I do have a lot of ideas. It's just sometimes they don't work out. And so you're kind of like backtracking a little bit. So it's not as easy flowing as it might seem in like real life, which I do feel like that happens to a lot of planners that I've talked to or like hear talk about planning. Sometimes the ideas just kind of flow as I'm going, or I see like I get into a mood and kind of ideas pop into my head. Anyway, so we'll see how I do that, but I really want to do a plan with me over the summer. So that's kind of what you can expect on my channel in the next, hopefully, few months. We'll see how editing goes with these kinds of things. And thank you guys so much for watching. Your views and comments and likes are just mean the world to me, and I appreciate it so much. It's been like what is kind of driving me to do some of this stuff. So thank you, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. Here are some other videos you can watch. Hope you enjoy.